In this video, I will demonstrate how to apply the UNICLASS to your project elements in the OpenRoads Designer. The tools we will use for these applications are the Access Managers and the item types. First, let's look at what we have prepared in the Hong Kong standard workspace. Let's switch to the drawing workflow and switch to the Attach tab. Drawing workflow and Attach tab. In the sections of the item type, select the bottom right corners in this box. To open up this item type dialog, and then here you can see we have created a DGN library which has loaded the UNICLASS tables item type. And now I can attach those UNICLASS table informations to my project elements here. So now I will close this item type dialog. And then in the drawing wheel, I will select the element that I would like to attach the UNICLASS informations to. So I will select the cut loop. I will select the cut loop in both sides of my corridor. And as you can see here, both of these elements have not yet have any UNICLASS information. And then now I will use the Attach Item tools. From the pull-down list of the item type, I will expand the UNICLASS libraries, and then I will check the box for the table that I would like to add on. I will check the box for the system tables. And then now I will wait it to load the information. Now I have the system's tables information loading here, and then I have to select the value for my elements. I can either select the value from the pick list, it is a long pick list, so go slower to let it load the data in. I can either pick a value from this pick list, or I can copy and paste a value, which has to be inside the pick list, so that now it also look up other values, for example the MBS code and NRM code. And then now I can click anywhere in my View Tool drawing space to accept these selections. And then now I will select my elements again. And then you will see I have attached the UNICLASS information to these elements. So this is one method to attach the UNICLASS information. And then now I'm going to introduce another method to assign these UNICLASS items to your DGN elements. This time I will use an Excel spreadsheet to assign the items. So now we will first look at the Excel spreadsheet that I have created. So here is the Excel spreadsheet. It is in the Access Manager's import format. And then in this Excel, I have created several worksheets. For example, for this worksheet, I have created some UNICLASS properties definitions, and then it will use the pick list. And then I have a default value assigned to this property of the item type. And also, I can use the filter to filter the elements inside my DGN. I have used the feature definitions filter to filter the elements, so that I am only assigning this information to particular elements in my DGN. We can also look at another worksheet. I am assigning other UNICLASS information with a default value row curve to the feature definition of TC curve. So I will show you how I can load these Excel spreadsheets to my DGN. Okay. So I will switch the workflow to OpenRoads modeling. And then from the Home tab, in the sections over here, we have a tool called Access Manager. I will select these tools, and then I can open an Excel spreadsheet. So I'm going to open the Excel spreadsheets I just showed you. And then I can check the box for the worksheet that I would like to load it into this DGN. So I will check all the boxes. And then from the selections here, because I already used the filters for each spreadsheet, so now I can select all elements in this DGN. And the assignment mode I will use is to add the information. So that now I can select Add Access. And then now here, it will tell me that it has added the access to 10 elements. So that now I can close this Access Manager. And then I can double check the elements that I has assigned the information. For example, the curve, remember, the curve elements. And then as you can see, I have logged in some UNICLASS information, for example, from the product tables of the UNICLASS. I logged the default values of the row curve information. And then because it is my S4 row, so the system, I also select the F4 row system. And then I'm going to select other elements. For example, the top of my S4 pavement. And then here, you can see that I have assigned the system table code and the product table code. And then for this F4 elements, the values I use for the product table is kind of the bitumen space binding component. So this Access Manager tools can help us to do a bulk assignment for the UNICLASS information to the DGN's elements. And then lastly, I will show you that we can also assign the item type to the features. Go to the Explorer, go to the OpenRoads standard. So, for one of the feature definitions in this DGN library in my workspace, as you can see, that is manhole type 1 features, and then in this feature definitions, in the item type sections, I have assigned a mh_UNICLASS_old items types, so that if I paste this elements out, so I'm now going to switch to the subsurface utility workflow and then use the placement tools because it is SUE elements and it is a SUE node, so I have to load in the database. So when I use the placement tools to paste out the elements that I have assigned the item type, you will be able to see the UNICLASS information and with its default value. Okay, so here, this is a way that you can assign the item type by the feature to the element that you will place out. So in this video, I have introduced 3 methods that you can assign the UNICLASS information to your DGN element. One is use the attach item type tools. One is use the access manager. One is assign the item type to the feature definitions in the DGN library.